Hey y'all, this is Joe from St. Bernard Acres. I thought I'd try this out, see if I can do a little tour of St. Bernard Acres through Google Earth. This is pretty neat. Now, I'm not overly concerned that somebody's going to know where I live by looking at this. I mean, I've done enough videos and stuff, but people can figure out where the hell St. Bernard Acres is. I'm not as deeply concerned about that. Not trying to hide anything or be secretive about anything. But this, you can see the general area. And we're dead here in the center of my screen. And that's where St. Bernard Acres is hidden away. If I zoom in on it, I'll try to do it slowly because I know it screws up the video. But these push pins show my border, because I don't know how to draw lines in Google Earth. But if you went from this pin down to this pin and then across to this pin and then all this road, this is St. Bernard Acres right here. This is the other half that was sold that my buddy bought. So let's zoom on in if I can. That's the house, the old farmhouse that we filmed the ghost hunting thing in, that we saw the ghost in, and went over there. Nick and I went over there at night and did some filming to see if we could capture anything. But when we bought this place, pretty much all of this looked like this. It was ugly. So we put a lot of work into clearing just what little bit we managed to clear so far. And our plans are behind the barn, right here, is going to be our garden. And one of my neighbors is coming over this spring with his tractor and brush hog, and you can see this is our property line, and we've kind of cleared over to it here. Now I've still got to go up through here all the way with it and bring it back to this point. But he's going to brush hog. This is pretty flat through here, and he's going to brush hog all this out for us and let us start clearing. So we'll have a garden here, and this, once I fence it all in, is where we're planting all the fruit trees. This will be our fruit orchard back here, once I get the deer fencing up. But that's kind of the layout of St. Bernard Acres and what I've got planned so far. Now, we had to cut this driveway in after we bought the property. And if I zoom back out for a second, I'll show you all of this area over down to around here, all the way across, up, around, all the way around here. That's all owned by a hunting club. It's used 2 weeks out of the year. That's the only time any of this is used, so we don't have to worry about neighbors or anything. Just the two of us. Now, this guy over here I know, these people I know, and I visit with them when I'm out there. I visit with these guys. This is the guy that's going to bring his tractor and brush hog over for me. When they delivered the house, the truck got stuck in the driveway. He brought his tractor out and got them all out. But I don't have a lot of neighbors. I visit with these people all the time while I'm out there. And let me zoom back in now and see if I can turn this, get a different kind of view, so I can point out a few more things. Now, you've heard me talk about the valley back behind the barn. This you can kind of see all goes downhill into this valley down here. Now we own down to there's a little stream that runs back through here. We own down to here and back up the hill to the top of the hill here. And this is the stream that we, pretty much has water year round. I mean, we could walk down to it. It's not an easy walk, but we can get down there to it. And it comes somewhere up in here. We have a spring that feeds that stream. Where it is, we don't know yet. I haven't found it. I haven't improved it. I haven't done anything with it. I just know it's there. We've been concentrating more on getting all of this cleared out than we have trying to track down the spring. But we have at least one we know of on this property. Over on my neighbor's now, he's got 2 developed springs over here. But getting back to our place, let me turn it some more. Well, I didn't want to go there. But you can see the valley now and how it goes down. This all used to be pasture land before we bought it, when it was a working farm. And it hasn't been touched for 25 years. So all this overgrowth and brush, we've got a lot of good trees up through here, but they're being choked out by the vines and 1,000 saplings that have grown that are 2-3 inches. So we've got to clear all those out to let the big trees breathe. But in time it will. There's the driveway that we cut in. And I'll show you something else rather interesting. You get a different view here, different angle. You can see how we slope down over here. Now the barn, the shadow on the barn kind of throws it off, makes it look a lot steeper than it is. This is pretty much flat. This is pretty much flat. The rest of the property we're really not going to use. We're not going to do anything except, clean out some of it, let our trees grow. In this area we're going to put maybe a gazebo or something, a place for me and Gail to hang out. No dogs or chickens or anything can come up in this area. This will clear out. I don't know what we're going to do with all of it yet. But you can see how we kind of run straight back this way. And I'll finish clearing up through here. One thing I wanted to show you, if you remember last year when my barn got ripped off, what these guys did, they knew we had cameras up here and up here. We had cameras, you can see them. They parked their truck, they backed it up to these woods here, and then walked through all these briars and bushes and trees and just nastiness, and up the hill into the back part of the barn, got the compressor, the chainsaw, tools, and we carried it all back out this way and then out to their truck out here. That way they stayed out of camera range. And it's not anybody from YouTube that figured out where I was and came and did it. There's a crew, according to the sheriff, I'll zoom back out, when they hit my barn, they hit this barn back here, they hit a barn over here, several places in this little town, they hit Steve's, and they come through the area, and anything that they can get access to, they'll go in, rip off what they can, and be gone. And then after they're done that day, they know everybody's on high alert then. So they leave this area and they go somewhere else. And in 6 or 8 months, when people start relaxing again, they'll make another pass through and grab whatever they can. It's every, once a year they're going to come by and do it. And since that happened, we've put up more cameras. They're not going to be able to evade them this time. The next time they come out, we'll catch them. There is no doubt about that. And he's loaded with cameras over here. We're loaded with cameras. Steve put some cameras up, so you know we can pretty much watch what's going on. Nobody belongs up here. This is no man's land, basically. I've spent the whole... My phone keeps going off. I've spent the whole weekend out here and maybe see 2 cars go past this road.